Hello, week 3 of my no-buy. It's going really well. I think at this point I don't even think about it so much, and it's really fun because the kids are totally into it and involved, and I believe because my kids are teenagers, for anyone who's new, I'm a single mom with 3 teenagers, so they are old enough to understand and also to be inspired to learn a lot of things, and I noticed that they are first of all, they are getting into it and getting real excited. And as you can probably, if you didn't see my short video with Noah, my son Noah is 15. He is high function autistic, I should say, which just means that he's the coolest dude in the world. But anyway, he really get into talking about that we do not buy batteries. We bought rechargeable batteries 10 years ago. And a charger, and that's what we're using, because the fact is, with kids comes with batteries. And so he was just talking about how this is saved, and then he had a lot of fun thinking about how many batteries an average family use, and how much you spend on them, and how much we had not spent because we have recharged them instead. So anyway, this was a video he wanted to make. So I'm really proud of him. And this is just like what I'm talking about, that my kids are thinking about it in a different way. My daughter Bella, who's 19, we were talking about that we buy bananas. People like bananas in our family, and they sometimes go bad before we get a chance to eat them. So Bella said, like, why don't we just buy 2 or 3 bananas, and that way we don't have the whole freezer filled with bananas that's gone bad. We can use them, and we do use them. Fortunately, my blender, my Vitamixer is in the shop, and it's going to take a couple of weeks, so therefore the bananas are just sitting there. I can't really use them yet. But anyway, she was just thinking, instead of us having bananas going bad, why don't we just buy fewer bananas and go more often? Her school is right by the grocery store, so she said that she can easily pick up a couple of bananas when we run out. So we've been doing that. It's just like, again, small things that the kids are thinking about. So I've been cleaning out the house and obviously selling and also recycling. I went through, there was a challenge on Instagram, or there is a challenge, get rid of 200 things in, like, what I think is like January, something like that. And I definitely on my way. And again, I want to say, it's not get rid of 200 things and throw them out. It is to to organize and clean your house. And for me, I cleaned and organized the pantry, as well as actually a medicine cabinet. And there was a lot of old medications, like antibiotics that I had that hadn't been finished up, or that were extra. There was also some painkillers from when Bella had surgery. And so I took those I cleaned that out, and I took it to the pharmacy for recycling, because you should never, ever, ever, ever throw any medications in the trash. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that is very important that we recycle them properly. Okay, so I went through the food pantry, because I wanted to write down what we have to make sure that we eat, since we are operation eating out of what we have, and I've discovered that we have jam, and we have a lot of jam. I can open a store selling jam. Okay, Liam, what are we looking at?
We're looking at what Mom does in her free time. She makes jam.
Yes, and this is actually, the scary part is this is only like a little bit of the jam, because we eat a lot of jam. In my defense, it was a great berry year, and we were home the whole summer, so I did a lot of foraging, but also picking from the garden, and I made a lot of jam. Okay, yeah, so my name is Fredrika, and I like to make jam on my spare time. So this summer, it was a great berry year. Like, it was a lot of berries, and I foraged a lot and picked a lot from the garden, and I made a lot of jam. So we're working through the jam, and the kids were really devastated actually when the cherry jam was gone. I didn't have as many jars of that, because there's a lot of cherry trees here, and but they are like high up. So, and I'm not that tall. So I could only pick so many cherries. But anyway, next year I'm clearly gonna have to bring a ladder because the kids were very sad with the cherry jam, and it was good. But we eat jam now on toast, on our oatmeal. I make pancakes and we have jam. In the yogurt, we're being very creative with the jam. And I'm also giving away jam as gifts, and people really appreciate it because all in all, I make good jam. But it's like one of these things. It's like you don't know what you have until you go through it. I also had a lot of shampoo bars and lotion bars. And obviously I bought some and I received some and stuff like that. But it's like there was a lot of them. So I don't think we're going to have to buy anything new of that. And it's nice to use up not just the food, but cleaning supplies and personal care products. Like I said it in the previous video, that is what we're working on. And like once you go through and organize and clean, you would discover how many of these things you have and that we're hoarding. Well, not hoarding, but maybe for some of us. We might not even know we have it. So, like I said, this is week 3. I'm not running out of food. I'm not running out of personal care, and I'm not running out of cleaning supplies. There's something that I'm going to learn that I don't need to have as much. So, anyway, today in this video, I'm going to show you because we grow a lot of food, even though we live in the middle of a major city, Stockholm. I grow on the patio and I grow with the neighbors, and we forage a lot too. We just finished off the last carrots, and luckily Swedish carrots are still available to buy, so we're good in that department. But there were a couple of carrots that starting to get soft, but Bella was like, let's peel them, and she roasted them with some really nice spices. That was really, really good. But that was the last of the carrots from the garden, and also the last apples. So I don't grow apples, obviously, because I live in the city, but we have a lot of wild apple trees in Stockholm. So I did make a point of picking a lot of apples, and I wrapped them in newspaper and kept them down in our basement. And it's pretty impressive that we're sitting here. I picked those in October. Here we are now in like end of January, and we are just finishing off some of the food that we picked this year. So that's pretty cool, showing that you can be self-sustained even living in an apartment in the city. But anyway, so the apples had gone bad in the sense that they were starting to get really soft and wrinkly. So they weren't so exciting to eat them, but I didn't want to throw them away. So I made apple pie, and I also used the cores and the peels and the part of the apples that I couldn't use for the pie to make apple vinegar. And so I'm going to show you how to do this, but this is also like, let's not throw anything away, and let's see how we can use as much as possible. And I have to say that when you have grown it yourself or you have foraged it, it has a very special meaning to just not throw it away. I mean, I think basically whenever we throw food into the trash or we let it become food waste, we're literally throwing money away. So that's a silly thing. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys the apple pie and the vinegar. If you got apple cores or peels, or even apples are going bad, don't throw them away. Make apple vinegar from them. week. You can see lots of bubbles. And every day I check to make sure they are still submerged under the liquid, but you can see it's starting to get a little cloudy and lots of bubbles. So it's alive. All right, that was it was super easy, wasn't it? So I have to say the apple vinegar, it is delicious. If you have not made your own, it's so easy and it tastes so much better. And we use apple cider vinegar for so much, for cooking and for cleaning. I can even use it, but also for making dressings, because I make my own homemade dressing. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I hope your low buy, no buy, whatever buy you're doing, is going well. And please come back next week and continue this journey. I am not stopping the no buy anytime soon.